The process of developing one's emotional maturity is one that never ends. It does not happen overnight. Instead, being a more mature person calls for continual work and dedication on the part of the individual. A more mature person is aware of the complexities that are inherent in human interactions and is able to draw strength from them when necessary. They are also able to clearly describe their feelings while exhibiting empathy towards others rather than focus just on themselves. It takes time and effort to develop one's emotional maturity, but it is possible to progress as a person if one is willing to dedicate themselves to the process and remain consistent in their efforts. Before starting the video, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Continue to keep an eye out for the following indicators that you are developing emotionally mature behavior. 1. You have a complete acceptance of yourself. When you reach a level of emotional maturity, you will eventually be able to accept yourself together with all of your flaws. You are aware that everyone is imperfect and that having flaws and weaknesses does not necessarily imply that a person is a horrible person. You no longer find yourself wishing that you were someone else because you have realized that being your genuine self is the most effective way for you to function in the world. You acknowledge and accept responsibility for your actions, but you are also aware that there are aspects of your life over which you have no control. The first step towards emotional maturity is the ability to truly accept oneself, which is also the most challenging. 2. You have no problem spending time by yourself. You start to accept your capacity to be alone and do not experience feelings of loneliness or as though you are missing out on something as you develop your emotional maturity. You are aware that there will be times when you are by yourself, and that is perfectly okay. Recognizing that spending time with yourself gives you the chance to refuel, think, and center your attention on yourself is an important step. It's possible that you don't find it awkward to be silent or feel the need to fill the void with pointless speech. 3. You are able to recognize the good in other people. As your emotional maturity increases, you will find that you focus less on the negative qualities of the people around you and more on the excellent qualities that they possess. You are able to look past people's flaws and recognize that the reason some individuals behave badly or make mistakes is because they lack direction and support. You have this ability because you are able to see the best in others. You have the impression that you are able to provide aid without coming across as arrogant or judgmental. Instead of criticizing other people for their shortcomings, you should find for ways to point out the positive qualities that they already possess. 4. You are capable of expressing your emotions to other people. As your emotional maturity increases, you will be able to communicate your sentiments to others in a way that is both clear and sympathetic. You don't have to embarrass yourself or the person who wounded you in order to let others know when they've done something wrong. It is not necessary for you to bottle up your emotions. Rather, you are free to let them go when you have healthily communicated them. You need a lot of practice and a lot of patience in order to develop healthy communication skills, which is an essential component of emotional maturity. 5. You are aware of what it is that you want. When you have reached a higher level of emotional maturity, you have a clearer idea of the things you want out of life and the steps you are ready to take to achieve those goals. You have a strong understanding of your principles and beliefs, which is significant because it enables you to make decisions and pick paths of action that are congruent with who you are as a person. Letting go of things that are not significant without feeling guilty or sorrow for doing so, given that these items do not correspond with your principles. 6. You have integrity, both with yourself and with others. When you reach a higher level of emotional maturity, you become more honest not only with other people but also with yourself. Even if it is about something that seems unimportant, you do not tell lies to either yourself or other people. You are aware that being dishonest with yourself and others can have negative consequences, which can be detrimental to both yourself and others. Instead, you engage in conversations with other people in a way that is honest and open, which earns their trust and causes them to rely on you more. 7. Takeaway. Becoming emotionally mature can be a process that takes a long time and can be challenging. It does not happen suddenly. Rather, it takes continual effort and a willingness to be vulnerable with other people in order to achieve it. It also demands a willingness to look at your imperfections and be honest about them, which is a challenging but vital aspect of the process. This element of the process is necessary but difficult. When you reach a level of emotional maturity, you have an understanding of the complexities that are inherent in human interactions and the ability to depend on the support of others when it is required. You can also be empathetic towards others while properly articulating the sentiments that you are experiencing. Like, share, subscribe and comment.